So ballet. So it's so this is the last one before half term. So I won't see you next week. So go for it tonight to make up for the fact that I won't see you next week. Straight into the warm up. Don't need to tell you what to do. You know what to do. It's all fine. So let me just move this. There we go. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear that. Good. Here we go. So pliés, which we didn't do controversially last week, but what I want to do is I just want to fiddle with it today. I want to do something slightly different, just so that you're not doing, excuse me, so that you're not doing the same exercises on automatic pilot. So what do we normally do? We prepare to second, and then we go from there. We have 4 demi-pliés and a grande in first. No, we don't. Sorry, in second, in first, in fourth, and in fifth or third. And then we turn around and do it again. That's what we normally do. So I'm just going to change it ever so slightly, just to give you something else to think about. So same old, prepare to second. We're going to have 3 demi-pliés and a rise, and the grande plié comes straight from the rise. There you go. And if you fancy being fancy, I know you can't see my hand at this point, so my arm is in second for the grande, for the 3 demi-pliés. When you do the rise, go down through bras bar, through first, and my arm is now above me in fifth. And then it comes down to second and swoops through. Then we prepare to first, and we do the same again. So 3 demis and a rise, and then the grande plié is going to come straight from there. Now, challenge, try and make coming out of the rise and going into the grande plié one seamless movement, so that you come down and then go down through the grande plié, rather than finish and then a grande plié. So I just thought I'd change it ever so slightly, just to give you something to think about while you're doing. So, but we do it in second, in first, in fourth, and in fifth. We turn around, prepare to second, do the same again. So it's 3 demis and a rise, and then 1 grande plié. Here we go. Have a little breathe. Prepare to second. Reach that bum, make sure that turnout is switched on. One, the hip comes right, through up to it, and down, 2, 3, up, 4, 5, 6, back, those bends. Then you're off. There you go. So you've got a big enough gap between your feet. Rise. Jambe on terre. So today we're going to do Grande jambe par terre. So round of the leg on the ground. Excuse me. We're in fifth or third, you choose, it's entirely up to you. So you've got a little arm breathe. I know you can't see my arm, but fortunately you can see my shadow. Little breathe of the arm to prepare. Now, you've got some retires. They're the ones that draw up the front and then down the back, up the back and down the front. And like we were talking about, I think last week, when you're doing the retire, don't let your toe sickle round a corner. Make sure it's a lovely straight line from your knee to the end of your big toe. So don't let that happen. So now the reason why there is no arm in the introduction apart from the breathe, what I'd like is the arm, we'll just tip this so you can see the arm. When you're doing the retire that comes from the front to the back, I'd like your arm to come through first and fifth, and then when you do it from the back, we're going to reverse it up and through. So it comes up and coming down the back, and then up and coming down the front. So the arm echoes what the leg does. Okay, we haven't even done the rond de jambe yet, have we? So we've had the retire front and back. Bring the arm to second. So you're stuck in second. So rond de jambe en dehors. So we're going outwards. So we're going round and coming through, round. So there's 2 slow ones and 2 quick ones. And the third quick one stays at the back and closes, as does the arm. Because then you start again. You're coming up the back and down the front, up the front and down the back, taking it to the back. 2 slow ones, 2 quick ones, and a third one. That one comes straight in, put it all together, turn around, and then we're going to start all over again from the back and to the back and to the front. Okay, yeah. So rond de jambe. I'm looking for a lovely use of tendu. Notice we haven't done a tendu exercise today, so this is your opportunity. So make sure your foot doesn't leave the floor, and make sure it's a nice straight line, straight forward, a lovely curve, half circle, and a straight line that closes. So I should see first position between each one. So nice and breathe. So here out the front. 1, 2, 3, down the back. Up, down the back. 4, 5, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Over at the back and back. Taking it up the back and down. Up the front, down the back. Taking it to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take it around the front. To the back. Up the front. Stay tall and lean on the bar. Over. Quick one. Over it back and out. Back. Quick one. Over around the front. Great one for posture, that one, because there's a lot of, you could get away with a lot of stirring going underneath, but if you manage to control the amount of stirring and keep it quite controlled, then you start to feel it in the bottom of your abdominals and the bottom of your back, because you're holding it all nice and tight and tidy. So, and picking up on that, oh my days, I'm going to do a Developpé exercise because I'm kind like that. So I'm going to change what we've done previously, because it was a slightly uninspiring exercise that we had before. Developpé, this is to unfold or to develop, and this is the one where you are drawing it up just like we did just now in the retire, same activity, and again not letting the toe go around the corner, but from here then you unfold it either to the front or to the side or to the back. Okay, so that's what a Developpé is. What we've done in the past, and it's a bit dull, I apologise, it wasn't my most creative choreography ever. We did 7 of them. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we swept it straight through and turned around. It was a bit dull. Not lying, it was a bit dull. So, changing it. So, we are going to do one to the front, and it's quite slow. So, it doesn't get more rapid even though I'm changing it. So, hang on to it. It's a good long time to hang on to each one. One to the front. So, we're having 3 en croix. 1, 2, 3. It is slower than this. You hold the last one. Now that you're here, you're going to give me a plie on the underneath supporting leg. So, if you like, if you fancy being fancy, when it's derrière, when you do the plie, what could happen is that you end up just touching the floor with your big toe. What you could do is just do the plie and find a little bit more extension. Feels quite nice. And then, so we've got 1, 2, 3. 4th one is a demi-plie. You're going to sweep, sweep, and close. Then we start again from the back. 1 to the back, 1 to the side, 1 to the front. Now you're here. Try and find a bit more. So again, if you just did demi-plie, you'd end up pointing on the floor. So see if you can find a bit more extension. And sweep, sweep, and turn it round. I think that fits the music. We are so going to find out together. So, in terms of arms, you can either have a tidy arm line, pop it on the top of your hips, or you can just keep it in second. Again, I know you can't see my hand, but you can see my shadow. Or your hand can echo whatever's doing with the unfolding. Oh, sorry, I just said your hand can echo, and at which point Alexa chipped in and went, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that. So, fortunately, she doesn't have to. Here we go. And second. To the back. Hold this one. Okay. And sweep, sweep, and close. Here we go. To the back. Let's put the thing on your bar. This one's the one we're going to hang on to. Hold it. Okay. And we turn other leg. Front. And back. Hold. And reverse. Off this one. Sweep, sweep. Oh, there we go. Slightly more interesting, that one. Well done, folks. So we're going to bypass the port de bras because we've done it lots this term. So I'm going to go scooting straight past that one if that's all right by you. Where's my centre exercises? Here we go. So, Tendu. So we pull this down so you can see my feet. So, Tendu exercise. We did this a couple of weeks ago, but I think it's the only time we've done it this term, so it's worth having a go at this again. So we are in 5th or 3rd, you choose. You're also quasi. So you've got your right foot in front and you're facing your left The tendu is all happening with the same foot. We've got a tendu en avant, à la seconde, and en arrière. So that's what the foot is doing. It's going one to the front, one to the side, one to the back. However, this is the one where we do one to the front to this corner, one to the side facing the front, and then we've turned another corner. We do one to the back and we're facing the other corner. And similarly, we've just done a bit of a swooshy kind of thing going on in the previous exercise. So you're going to tendu all the way through and through. Then it closes, and then you start again. You're here. So you've got one to this corner with your left foot facing the front, turn your corner, left foot to the back, swoosh, swoosh, close. So that's the first part of the exercise, is that we're going through the corners. If you want to do the arms, I'm going to tilt my thingy so you can see. Apologies. If you want to do the arms, when it's in front, you've got a low third position. It's nice and low and in front of you. When it's à la seconde, so are your arms. When it's behind you, you're going to give me an arabesque, and then it sweeps, and it sweeps, and it closes. And then you start again in opposition. So I've got my left foot in front and my right hand in front. And same foot but to the side, same foot to the back, swish, swish, close. So that's the bit that turns. Then we are going to turn to face the front. The rest of this is all on fast, and the arms stay in second. We're going to have two to the side. Now the first one you may have noticed closed in first and then behind in fifth. Same with the other foot, first and then behind in fifth. And then we've got, so they're slower than what's about to happen. Then I'd like 4 quicker ones, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and they all close feet, and turn around, and you end up facing the other corner from where you first started, and we start the whole cotton picking thing from here. So the bit on fast is 1, close, 2, behind, 1, close, 2, behind, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, renovate, turn around, ready to start again with this one. Da, da, da. Have a bash, eh? So keep this all switched on. Keep thinking upwards. Even though we're not jumping or rising or anything like that, if you keep thinking upwards, it makes it easier to change direction and also shift your weight from foot to foot. So keep being pulled up in the center. Imagine yourself glued on the ceiling, and it makes it easier to turn. So have a go. Plus, it makes you look fantastic. So let's have a go. Okay. this half turn, let's have Grande battement in the centre. Oh my days. Oh my days. So obviously you haven't got a bar, you haven't got anything to hold you up apart from willpower, grit, and abdominal muscles. We are on fast. You have the right foot in front. We're going to basically have 2 en croix. So 2 to the front, and as we have talked about, I remember talking about it last week. So if I did a slow-mo, you would see a tendu that would just keep going. So make sure it's a nice straight leg and it doesn't flick or kick. So we've got 2 to the front, 2 to the side. This one closes in front, the second one closes behind, because I'd like 2 to the back as well. 1, 2, and then I'd like a third one. 1, okay, now you can't see my legs, apologies. Oh, this is going massively well today. So I'm going to kind of sideways just so you can see what happens. So you've got the 2 to the back, and then the third one, I'd like you to bring it in. So I should see this lovely round shape. You take it to the front, and you take it to the back, and then you close. And then we start again with the other foot. So what have we just done? Again, I'm turning sideways. We're going to be on fast, but I'm just sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So you've got 2 here, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, but that one stays there. Coming through and coming through. Quick change, that's quite prompt. 1, 2, side, 2, 1, 2, and then we're coming through and through. Okay. Once you've done the whole thing from the front with both legs, so you'll end up with the right foot in front again, I'd like you to repeat it, but from the back. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, through and through and. Then you're still working to the back. So you need to be pulled up. We're changing our weight. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and through and through. Oh my goodness. So switch this on. So you can keep your arms in seconds. You can dance with them if you so wish. It's entirely whatever feels most achievable. Side, goes behind. Hold this one. Bring it through. Bring it through. Next foot. Side. Go behind. Hold it. To the back. To the front. This one's holding. And through. And through. To the back. Okay. Cool. Last week we were doing hard shot. So we will do them one last time today. Whoopsie. So pas de chat, we're on fast again. 3rd, 5th, you choose. We've got dégagé. These are the ones that are more than a tendu. They come off. So we've got, they're all à la seconde. I'd like 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're now at the back. A retiré that steps, and then it comes into the passé and you come down. You've now changed feet. So we've stepped a pas de chat. Then we repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Retiré, step, come down. So it comes up the back and down the front in slow-mo. Then we quicken it up and we get jumping. 1, pas de chat. 2, pas de chat. 3, pas de chat. Petit jeté, they're the ones where you spring from foot to foot and make me a little window. Jump onto the front foot. 1, 2, 3, jump. Then your other foot does the same. Dégagé, pas de chat. Dégagé, pas de chat. Dégagé, pas de chat. Spring onto your front foot. Petit jeté, 2, 3, jump. Then you should be on the same foot that you started on. You should. Anyway, that's the plan. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Up the back, down and down the front. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the back, change down front. Now, quick video. 1, push up. 2, push up. 3, push up. 1, 2, 3. 1, push up. 1, push up. Last one. Push up. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to compete. So you got the right action when we did it slowly, where you're coming up, should come all the way up, stepping, and all the way down. So just check as you do it now, when you jump it, is it still the same nice, neat action? So it's coming all the way up and all the way down. If I did slow-mo, the thing that often goes wrong is that it comes halfway up, starts jumping, and then comes in halfway and goes down. And that's the cheap way of doing it. Haha. So make sure you're coming all the way up, jumping, and all the way down. So sometimes the following leg, this one, is the one that lets you down. And so check if that's you. Some people, it's the first leg, you get so excited about going that it doesn't come up, and it doesn't come down. Okay. So we just have time for a reverence, I'm afraid, my girls. Time flies when you're having fun. So I won't see you next week. I'm going to let you have a week off because I'm nice like that. Stepping out. So you can drink gin, wine, hot chocolate, whatever you choose. It's entirely up to you. So I will see you in a fortnight. So stay well, look after each other, hug your families and all that jazz. And I will see you soon. Thank you, girls. It's always a joy to see you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.